Cool. Might get Jeff C. Might get Jeff C on. That'd be great. Because I invited him on. Oh, I didn't even mention that. And all this talk about the Rebel Media, he's the guy. He's the original Rebel Media guy, not me. Well, I'm the last guy talking about the Rebel Media. Okay, everybody else talked about it before me. So these are issues I hadn't seen brought up that were brought to my attention through one of my diligent listeners and researchers. Basically, it wasn't even my work, except for reading it off the internet. Okay, so Jeff C. in Canada, which is where, I'll put it on me until he shows up. In Canada, which is where the Rebel Media is. And has been talking about him forever. Has been saying stuff as Zionist forever. When I was saying he shouldn't be. He was right, I was wrong. He was right about the Rebel Media. He's been right about everything, as far as I can tell. Which is why I wanted him on the show. I don't think I put crap in my hair. I got a haircut and I shaved. You probably don't even recognize me. Wonder if Doshi shaved? I wonder if you guys would recognize him. Hey, Jeff? I see him right there. Jeff?
Can you hear me?
Hey, man, what's up? Sweet.
Hi, Nathan. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing? Let me turn you down a little bit. Oh, somebody's calling. Sorry about that. We're not doing calls today. Decline. All right, cool, man. Thanks for joining me. You said you wouldn't be able to, for sure. You there? Can you hear me okay? I wonder what's going on. I can hear him clicking. Jeff? Why'd I lose you?
Hello?
Oh, there you are. Hey.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Now I can, yeah.
Okay, good. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Now you sound good. Anyway, what's up, man? Thanks for calling in. We're talking about the Rebel Media, and you're the expert. I didn't even want to talk about it without having you on.
Well, I'm certainly not an expert, but I have been on them for quite some time and watching them. And I once thought that might be a somewhat decent sort of alternative website or channel. And then I learned quickly that it was completely a Zionist operation. And it's at the forefront and is basically, in many ways, leading the whole pro-Trump, the fraternity of alt-knights and Gavin McInnes and Lauren Southern, and all these characters are directly connected to the Rebel. And you showed that earlier. I was watching some of your podcasts while I was making supper. I got angry in the chat because the guy that called up before was talking total bullshit. It's Shill.
Oh, I see.
The death fakers, it's all crap. Alex Jones is definitely not Bill Hicks. None of these characters that they claim, it's all disinfo. So when I see that, I try to warn people to stay away. It's actually Alex Jones who puts out that information himself. He employs these people to spread these false rumors in order to delegitimize any sort of serious critiques that are done, so that he can quickly dismiss, oh yeah, I know, I'm Alex Jones, I'm Bill Hicks, of course, right? So it's a clever ruse, but there's no truth to it whatsoever. And the people that proliferate those things are shills, including the guy that called up your show. That is a clear shill. I've been seeing these types of characters for years. I know how they operate, and you have to be careful. And that's why I'm hesitant to come on your show, because you end up working with some of these characters who are not to be trusted, who put out absolute disinfo, like Jarajism and many other characters. Jesse Spots, these are people that I've exposed several times.
Yeah, but you could have exposed me too.
Psyop.
You could have exposed me too, though. I mean, you probably wanted to at some point. Like, I believe that stuff. I guess that's where we had a disagreement. I'm not a shill, though. I mean, I hope you can tell through my other stuff, but I mean, I totally agree with you on this. It's just I'm not sure where you're getting your information about, like for example, that Alex Jones wants the Bill Hicks things out there because I've done videos and he has a shill army come after you.
It came right out of his office.
You think?
There's articles on it. I've done videos on it. Of course, all my
Yeah.
my two major channels are down. The people that proliferated that rumor came from Infowars.
Oh, okay. So you
And
have information on that?
there's no doubt. There's no doubt. It's total disinfo. It's purposely thrown out there. So what happens is that when you're trying to reach people with serious things, like you did with the Rebel, and you did a really good job with that, that's serious information. That's real information. But then when you start going down the Alex Jones's Bill Hicks and Christopher Green is Brandon Lee or whatever, all this ridiculous, Anthony Antonello. I know some of these people. I know Anthony Antonello. I've been on his show before. These things are absolutely absurd.
Right.
And they're an embarrassment to any sort of truth seeking. They're purposely meant to make us look stupid. And that's what the Flat Earth Mandela effect is. I witnessed the birth of the new Flat Earth movement. I was watching it because I was watching those shills very closely, and they came out with that. So none of these people that are responsible for the whole Flat Earth psyop are the least bit truthful. They're dishonest liars. I mean, they constantly misrepresent the information that they post. They outright lie about things. They give skewed perspectives. It's a whole operation. And if you want to be serious in this, you have to. I can't tell you what to do, but I would seriously distance yourself from that type of garbage, because that just seeks to undermine the credibility of any sort of serious opposition. And when we see what the infiltration that has happened with the truth movement when it comes to the rebel media, InfoWars, all these supposed alternative media channels and websites that are all in it together, pushing the exact same sort of memes, largely controlled by Israel. This is a real problem, because then where do people turn? They end up, and then what happens immediately is that when you broach the topic of truth, 9/11, things like that, people will automatically knee-jerk reaction. Well, you a flat earther? And that's exactly why it's done. And NASA, it plays a small role in pushing that stuff out, but many of the characters like Bill Nye and Neil deGrasse Tyson and all this, I've shown this. I mean, I did 60-something videos on the Flat Earth PSYOP. So I know exactly what I'm talking about. I know all these characters very well. And they are not truthful people. They are liars.
Okay.
They're manipulators.
Okay.
They're con artists.
All right. I'm going to stop you there because I've given you a big platform. So the trouble is, okay, let's talk about something like the Mandela effect.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say something's a psyop just because you don't experience it. Because I can tell you about the Mandela effect. The first time I ever heard about it was after I said, I was live on the air on Patricia Sears' show, by the way. It was probably an agent. Yeah, most likely, but maybe not. She might be earnest. The thing is,
definitely.
Okay, all right.
Definitely.
We don't know definitely anything.
I know 100% that
you
Patricia's
don't. You don't. None of us know
100%
anything, Jeff.
I do.
None of us do. Just like
well,
you
I
don't
know
know.
that.
Okay.
You know what? I'll bet the house on it.
Okay, so here's the Mandela
but
effect.
anyways,
Okay,
that's my opinion.
as far as the Mandela effect goes, and it being a psyop, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I mentioned. The past can change on Patricia's show. And she was like, oh, you mean the Mandela effect? I said, no, I've never heard of it. Anyway, after that, I saw a commercial. I started seeing commercials for Depend undergarments. I hadn't looked into Mandela effect. I just heard about it. And I'd worn Depends when I got off opiates. And they were Depends. They were not Depend. And in fact, when I watched the commercial, I said, oh, they changed their brand name to update it, to make it more modern somehow. Yet it turns out that I never wore Depends. Now, so that means I experienced something that people are calling the Mandela effect, along with, as far as we can tell, thousands upon thousands of other people. So if somebody invented that, then I don't know. But how do you say that's a psyop then if I experienced it?
Well, I'll start off with who is responsible for it.
Okay.
Fiona Broome, out of MIT, of course, she's the one that created Mandela effect. She also believes that fairies are real. She has a website called Fairies Magic. The Mandela effect is based on the idea that somehow our past has been altered through time travel or through CERN or whatever. And it claims what the name of the whole effect is based on Nelson Mandela himself. Now, I lived through the 80s and the 90s, and I can tell you 100% that Nelson Mandela never died.
In your memory. He never died. You can't say
not in my
anything
memory.
100%.
You can verify this.
You can't
can go
say
and do all the
anything
research.
100%. Things change. The past changes.
Then anything. Then if you take that tact and you
how
say,
did they change
well,
my
how
memory?
do you know it's your memory?
How
Well,
did
then
they
I can
change
never
my
be-
memory then? How did they change my memory where I know for a
You got it wrong.
fact I wore Depends diapers? But how did it get in my head?
It's because it happens. They
How
know
did it
it's
get in
like a
my
radio
head?
loop or
You're saying they okay, so one way or the other, I remember something that was definitely true. I don't the Nelson Mandela. I don't have enough information. Okay, there are some other things though that were definitely true, like Sex in the City, and it wasn't because it was suggested to me by the Mandela effect. It's something like the Depend thing. It wasn't ever suggested to me. So you can't say that's a psyop. Jeff, you're very closed-minded because
No.
the flat Earth thing is
No.
crazy too.
No.
This community,
It is a
this
psyop.
community believes earnestly in flat Earth theory and not as a psyop. Listen, just so you know my background, I got into Stanford. I got a perfect score on my SATs. I'm not like an idiot. And I look at flat Earth and I look at it and I figure things out, and there's something really major to it. And if you don't see that, then people are going to stop listening to you because they'll think you're a shill because you don't cover the flat Earth. The same reason people say that about Joe Rogan.
You can tell everybody that's in the chat right now, if you believe in the flat Earth, please unsubscribe from my channel.
Why would you do that, Jeff? Because why don't we work together?
I don't want dumb people as my audience.
But why are you calling me dumb?
That the Earth is round by
How are you
watching
calling me
the
dumb?
sunset or the sunrise.
No, you can't. Because
yes, I can. Yes,
because
I
can
can.
prove that would be the same in a flat Earth. It would just disappear over the horizon like an airplane.
With the sunrise or the sunset.
An airplane goes over the hump too then, dude. I mean, that's how things disappear on the horizon. We don't have to argue it. Nothing goes over the South Pole.
You can watch a ship
no, you can't.
go over the horizon.
Pull out some binoculars, it reappears. It doesn't go over the curve. Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
There are videos all over YouTube.
Absolutely does not.
There are videos all over YouTube. Are you crazy? You can unzoom a camera.
Those are liars. Those people that
you can't
are
lie.
People.
It's video.
I know who these people are.
No, you don't. You don't know
these
who Jaron is. I've been to his house. Yes. You don't know who Jaron is.
To his house. I know they're frauds.
I've been to his damn house. You're wrong. Why do you think this? Why are you so close-minded? Jeff, what information are you going off of? I've been to his house. What information are you going off of?
I don't care about.
I've met him in person. What information are you going off of?
Well, the information that he puts out in his videos
are
lies. He lies all the time.
He believes them. He believes them earnestly. The
same
way I believe. So if I talk about Mandela effect, am I a shill?
Well, you're not helping anything. You're pushing
how? Because people believe in me. You know, they believe what I'm talking about, and they think it's the real thing.
By astroturfing.
Nobody astroturfs me, bro.
The operation.
Are you fucking with me?
Because the operation comes to videos like this, and they leave comments in the chat.
Jeff,
I've been doing this for over 5 years.
Why don't we work together, though, man? We both have live shows, and we're both legit.
People who push garbage.
It's not garbage,
Bill
Jeff.
Hicks is Alex Jones or Flat Earth or Mandela effect. Those are psyops.
They're not.
Those were created to destroy.
They're not, dude. I can tell you for a fact they're not because I believe them, and I'm not a fucking shill.
Well, I'm not saying you are.
Yeah, you are.
You're falling for.
I'm not falling for it. I'm telling you, dude. I'm a fucking genius. Okay. All right. That's what I'm gonna say to you. Okay. I'm not falling for it. I'm telling you, dude. I'm a fucking genius. Okay. All right. That's what I'm gonna say to you. Okay. I'm telling you, dude. I'm a fucking genius. Okay. All right. That's what I'm gonna say to you. Okay. I'm telling you, dude. I'm a fucking genius. Okay. All right. That's what I'm gonna say to you. Okay. I'm smart. You're smart. I mean, I'm not falling for anything. Saying that is so ridiculous and insulting to our intelligence. Why would you insult my intelligence like that? I'm not falling for it because I'm
the sunrise.
Because I watch the sunset and the sunrise over the horizon. Where do the clouds go, Jeff? They go over the horizon.
Where
they disappear.
does it go? Does it go in a box?
It's the same place.
Where does it disappear? The horizon. It doesn't shrink away.
I can explain why it does that. Why don't planes fly over the South Pole? Why can't we fly over the South Pole? No, they don't.
Well, there's a few.
No, there aren't. Why if you look why do we experience no curvature? We don't see any. If you go to a high altitude balloon.
The planet is massive.
No, it's not that big. It drops 8 inches per mile.
Yes, it is. It's absolutely ginormous. You can't even comprehend it.
You can do the math, actually. You can comprehend it because you can do the math. It drops 8 inches per mile squared. So if you can see out 30 miles, that's 600 feet drop. And you can see out 30 miles. And if it's a 600-foot drop, buildings would actually be leaning away from you at the horizon. From 30 miles away. From 30 miles away.
I'll prove it to you.
You can't prove it to me.
But if you want to go and disprove
I live on the ocean.
You can either go and watch the sunset or the sunrise.
I can do that and prove the flat Earth.
Go to Lake Ontario. You can go across from Toronto and you can look at the nice big tall buildings that are half obscured.
So can we say we disagree earnestly rather than that we're shills? I mean, I think you're just close-minded.
You're a shill. I'm saying that you are promoting shill operations.
But they're not shill operations, and you don't know for a fact,
yes,
Jeff.
They are. They absolutely are. I know this. I've done all the work on it. I've done way more work on it than you have.
If you've done that much work, then why are you throwing a tantrum about it? If you're that confident with your research, all of these things I've researched.
It's making us look like a basket case. That's
why. You have a block. You have a block. You have a block because you think it makes you look stupid.
Research. How many freaking, how many podcasts and freaking videos I did on this shit?
You don't understand the first thing about the flat Earth.
Of course
theory.
I do.
If you think the sunset proves
where the sun goes when the sun sinks below the horizon. Just tell me where it goes. I want to know.
It goes the same place.
Where does it go?
Anything would go if it got that far away. Through the vanishing point. If you pull out.
No, it doesn't go through a vanishing point. It sinks below the horizon. That means the planet's curved.
It's true.
It's that simple.
Okay. We don't experience any curvature. We don't fly over the South Pole. We've never been to the moon. We fake outer space.
Well, I mean, forget
Why do we
NASA.
do all that?
NASA has nothing to do with it. Nothing.
Okay.
Fair enough. It's retarded. Of course, NASA can debunk the flat Earth instantly because they have a 24/7 camera on the ISS. But of course, that's all fake, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's all fake because somebody said, well, it looks like there's a green screen here and...
Oh, you don't think it's fake? You think the ISS is real?
No, I don't. I think it's real. Yeah.
Come on, man. You're not looking at the evidence then. I just did a green screen expose on that. It's obvious.
99.99% of evidence that proves that it's there.
What about the green screen I just did?
0.0001.
I can show you a green screen right now.
It's a little bit fishy.
Well, if you know, Jeff, as well as I do, that if one part's fake, the whole thing's fake. They've definitely faked ISS videos.
It's
not. That's what everybody
NASA
says.
Has nothing to
one
do
thing's fake,
with the flat Earth, the shape of the Earth. The shape of the Earth
has something to do with it.
No, it doesn't. It has nothing
because
to do.
We don't have any pictures.
People thought that the Earth was round long before NASA ever existed.
It is round.
That was accepted science for.
It is round.
What? 200 years?
It is round.
300 years? 400 years?
It's round. And it makes sense. It's not a sphere, but it is round in many ways.
It's a sphere. It's an oblate spheroid. It's wider at the equator than it is at the poles because
that's what they say.
Wobbles on its axis.
Right. What axis though? What are we anchored to? We have an axis. What's it anchored
to? That's
what do we wobble on?
And stuff like that.
Yeah, so, I know about physics.
I mean, it's a little bit beyond
college physics.
Inside the bullshit hole.
Yeah, but I aced college physics and I understand it. We're not anchored to anything. We can't spin around an axis. We can't.
Yeah.
What momentum is it based on? Why do the stars all stay in the same place and they have for as long as human history is? Yeah,
Absolutely
they do. They're the same every single
year. But anyways, I mean, it's...
Well, how is that possible? How's that possible for throttling through space at 600,000 miles an hour?
Let's just talk about Mandela effect for a second. I want to go back because I didn't get to...
How can you rebut it, Jeff? It's something I experience. You can't say I don't experience it.
I can't help your problems.
It's not a problem, Jeff. I can't help your... Well...
If you think that CERN has opened portals to Uranus and
I don't.
Somehow the space-time continuum
has
changed
Jeff.
names
all I'm saying is it definitely is something I experience. Okay.
You know, like
Well, why are you a dick, dude? I'm trying to be nice to you, but you're a real asshole.
I'm
You
an
really are.
asshole.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
fuck
really being a
you.
dick.
You're a fucking shill. You're full of shit, man. Look
Well,
at
you're-
you. You're full of fucking shit. You call me an asshole? You ask me to come on your show? You throw this fucking flat earth bullshit at me? Mandela effect? Bill Hicks is Alex Jones? Get the fuck out of here.
I'm just asking why you have to be a jerk about it. That's all.
No, well, I have to be a jerk about it because you won't even let me explain myself, and then you're gonna say, "Well, I experienced it myself. I used to buy Depends. I used to wear Depends." Maybe
I did.
maybe
In my
you got it wrong, or maybe CERN opened portals to Uranus.
I didn't
and
mention anything
space-time
about portals to
continuum
Uranus.
changed the names of certain brand products in order to
Why
don't
are
know
you
why.
throwing out stuff I'm not talking about, though? I didn't talk about portals to Uranus. Why are you talking about that?
I'm going to say that you're a
Why are you
shill.
changing the
I'm going to
subject?
tell people not to subscribe to this guy. This guy is a shill.
And I'm going to keep
Okay?
saying that
So
you're
go and Fuck
legit.
yourself, Nathan. Go and fuck yourself.
Can
You're
you
full of
believe this?
shit, and you're not worth my time. Get lost.
Can you believe what these? I mean, what is it about me? You know? What is it about me? He's honest about his beliefs. He disagrees with a few of mine. We were talking about the rebel media, and then he brought up flat Earth and stuff.